Okay. I think because of the other videos that we have for Upwork and also everything throughout aquachroma.com, even though it's not specification heavy, aquachroma.com, it hasn't been built in that regard yet. That's where I'm hoping to get feedback from uh, people in material composition uh, fields where they're experts in processing what kind of atmosphere at what kind of thermal range this could perform or redirect how much field energy, and how can we apply this using maybe optical themes of magnification on the ability for it to route. And if this is in a, see, the geospatial properties of this in fluidic systems, as if this is a intercept or a valve mechanism where in this manifold where electromagnetic fields can be enabled or removed, and you have these uh, the thermal state is well defined at this intercept where we have the solution's temperature and also the temperature of the actual molecules flowing through in the solution. And so once it's in that field, it seems like it should be within, we should be able to create the ranges in effect of energy at that lattice, uh, to create the molecular binding effects needed for the atomic van der Waal distributions of Oort clouds. If we can get that kind of a logical landscape in a format that computationally is like pipe logic and bash script, then I think that we have the application through a uniform strata of the internet using bash open operating system library structure to geographically plumb in this LED lattice characteristic in an organized fashion down to recognition of color fronts as an atmospheric landscape of delta characteristic, distance descriptions based off of either RGB deltas and integer sets of however many characters is needed to describe that system within the standard model's given range of ratios and optical pathing, the landscape of how well it can measure the stasis of changes happening throughout that strata, that field, and how long it can retain a memory state of those effects. That's the goal. So I'm hoping that in response, you can put together some type of either short introduction, screen recording, what you have in thought. Otherwise, I'm not really sure why I would create a more specialized avenue, a meeting with any particular one individual, with the contractors here on Upwork. You can make that private and then share the link with me, and I won't share it with others if you want. Uh, just describe, you can hide the logic, a landscape, uh, and of course, ask me questions on what you're thinking or what you're wondering about, and I can help interpret or translate the question to what I'm thinking about is a useful, addition. Uh, Otherwise, I think that that's probably the easiest way for the documentation to exist on your contributions, and how we can better correspond with clients that are looking for these kinds of technologies for industrial cabinets, like we were talking about, machine code that uses ladder logic for additions or subtractions of media inside of materials. So by rationalizing these compositions into a bash level subscript of open geometries in both home application and cloud applications, then you have a very uniform gradient for the Templar linkage of time between two nodes. You know, the chronography of having a matrix of knowing, okay, well, in CAD, they describe their chassis of LEDs like this. And because of that, then the timing should intercept such that their wave energies could match up in this formula to describe maybe like a slight cipher of atmosphere on that kind of an interception of, you know, what the material properties would probably be for that kind of station. I don't know. I'm just I'm guessing at this point because it'll be, you know, there's a really wide gambit of solutions, and I don't think that the internet would want it to be built off of any one solution set. Basically, all in comparison is going to be the intercept of microservices for which the unison of computational logic exceeds reaches through intercepts of energy and not through particular language. Eh?